Hi, my name's Lockhart Brownlie. I'm the creator of BROlesque. It is joyful, it is campy, it's a celebration.
Lockhart, thank you so much for joining me. And right now you're in LA, but I'm going to be like interviewing you in person here in about 4 days when you're at Hunter's nightclub and you're bringing your show BROlesque.
Yes.
I need to know what is this show?
BROlesque. It is your it's a twist on your kind of your burlesque type of show. We are a Magic Mike inspired dance review with hints of burlesque in there, hints of striptease, strong masculine moves, but also a lot of touching with our like femininity, and a lot of sexy men on stage dancing, doing some circus acts, and having a good old time, a gay old time.
Now, one of the things I noticed when I was watching some of the video clips that are online is that it embodies a lot of the traditional old school Hollywood and old school nightclub acts, like some of the big headdresses like you still see on Vegas showgirls, things like that. How do you put this together and bring it all together and still make it like relevant and sexy for us?
Yeah, I mean, the show originated where I wanted to kind of bring together, kind of like gay fantasies, when I was growing up, and I'm sure we've all been in this situation, masculinity was kind of thrown upon us in ways of characters. So it was your policeman, your sailor, your Scotsman with the kilt, not knowing what's underneath the kilt, and that was kind of like our versions of that they're men, you know what I mean, and that's sexy, and that's kind of like we're turned on by that, right? So I wanted to bring together that kind of and that environment, those characters, but also have those more feminine characters, or the ones that the girls only get to play or kind of get to dress up in, and we kind of sit back and go, oh, I want to be wearing the feathers as well, and I want to be wearing some heels maybe in a moment, or a little like skirt, but still having that masculine side in us, but just being able to touch on our femininity as well. So the show kind of does a bit of a look around at our community, and the characters that are in the community, and we do some incredible dance numbers, and we take off some pieces of costumes, and the audience gets to touch us and tip us through our underwear or our thongs, and just get really kind of like in there with the audience.
That's one great thing about Wilton Manors is that you never leave the house without a few ones and fives and maybe 20s if you're doing good in your pocket, because you never know when a dance show, a drag show, or something else is going to break out. So good. We can touch, we can tip.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are modeled off the drag show, kind of their formula. We do our performances, we dance on stage, we're up on stage for you to look at and adore, but we get right in there with you. We walk around, we want to, we give a little lap dance here and there, we we jiggle our asses in your face, we allow you to kind of like do what you would if you were watching a drag show, and giving them the dollars, or putting it down their cleavage or whatever. We're just doing it in our thongs.
So lots of audience, we'll just call it audience interaction. And what about like, are you going to talk with us? Are you going to tell us stories as well, or?
It's what, it's more of a show through dance and through performance. There are definitely moments that we'll jump on the microphone, but it's not we've got a lot of content to get through, a lot of solos, a lot of visuals to kind of get out. So it really is like, that's two 30-minute acts, with like a bit of a 15-minute break in between to go and refresh your drink and go and kind of like get spiced up for the next act. But it is a lot of content to get through. I've got 4 boys. There's 4 of us coming, so we have group numbers, we have solo numbers, we have aerialist numbers, There's also going to be a moment that we're going to auction off some of our thongs that we're actually wearing on stage. We'll take off, not, behind a little towel, but we will auction off the thong that we've been wearing that whole night, and do some fun things like that. There's a lap dance moment in the show as well, where we'll get someone from the audience. So there's audience participation, but we're not there to tell you a lot of information through our words. It's all through our bodies and expressing, through movement and dance.
Who are the boys? How do you cast this show?
Definitely not in some ways that probably people are automatically thinking of. It's a very professional. I'm very professional. BROlesque is a very professional show. We're classy, we're tasteful, and we do everything properly. But no, I mean, I've been running the show now since 2022, and I've had a bunch of different boys come through. Everyone's professional dancers. Everyone's like working with top-notch like artists or in TV or on Broadway, and in their time where they're downtime or they're not working on something currently, they're coming and working with me on BROlesque. So we have the three boys from New York that are coming, and then myself, I will be there, and I'm based in LA. So a bit of a bi-coastal cast, but we have some of the dancers were featured in Broadway Bears last year. We have a bunch of different artists that are dancers within our cities.
What is the weirdest moment or most unexpected moment since you've been doing this show, that happens during the show? It could be with the audience. It could be a wardrobe malfunction with one of the cast members. What sticks out in your mind is something like, oh, you never know what can happen in a live show?
I mean, our costumes are all kind of like tearaway type of costumes. Our pants tear away, our tops, can be like a reveal moment, and as much and as organized as you are, and as you've kind of think you've covered all bases, and you've made it the easiest possible thing to reveal. There can always be something that goes wrong. The pants, as you like rip them away, the pants don't move, or they don't go, or they get stuck on one leg, and then you kind of like jiggling it off to try and get it, to try and get the other leg out. But it's live theater. That's what it is all about. My days, when I was, working on Wicked and on Broadway, like some of the best moments are when those things go wrong, that you get you get a different adrenaline rush, and it kind of makes it exciting, and you have to go, okay, how do we fix this? What do we do? So those are the moments that are stressful at the time, but during the show can really make the show like a little bit better, or it can just kind of add a little bit extra spice to it.
Is the whole cast LGBTQ?
Yes, we are a full cast of male dancers. Everyone is queer, gay, and loving it. And we are so excited to come to Wilton Manors. I think it's most of us as first time coming. So we just can't wait to get into the community and get in and spend some time with you guys, have some drinks after, mingle with everyone, and really get to know you all.
Yeah. And the great thing is your show's at 7, should be wrapped by about 8:30. And then by the time you probably do a little handshaking, go back to your place, shower up, and hit the drive, it's 10 o'clock. And that's prime time on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, which are the nights.
Let's go. No, we're super excited. I mean, this is going to be a really great time for us. We can't wait.
When you hang out afterwards, will you be showered and cleaned up and dressed like you are now? Are you still going to be in costume?
No, the costume is for the show. Like I said, I like to make it this is the show, this is what you come to watch, and then afterwards, we get to be a little bit more, to kind of like everyone else, and just be casual and not kind of have that kind of like separation between us all. So we'll probably go and refresh, and then put on some jeans and a t-shirt and a tank or whatever, and we'll be back out to mingle with everyone.
Now you're all gay.
Yes.
And given the title of the show, I'm going to guess that you have seen the movie BROlesque.
Yes, absolutely. Seen the movie BROlesque. Love it. As I was creating the show, that definitely had you know, it has a big, well, not even just creating the show, but even thinking further into the, you know, into the future and where I want to take the show. It would be, you know, that story of burlesque, you know, it could be so, you know, could really go on to our type of story of Brolesque, a musical as well, you know, the little lost boy who, you know, grows up in, you know, a country town, finds his community. There are these boys that do this burlesque show. They're called Burlesque. You know what I mean? Like it could go anywhere. So burlesque is definitely such an inspiration to me and on this journey that I am with this brand. And yeah, there's so many legs that Brolesque can kind of go on and so many different adventures. And that's where I'm really excited, especially this year, to see how far I can kind of take it.
Oh man, I have a feeling like I'm going to see this show and then like feel really bad for not having hit the gym. Then I'm going to hit the gym really hard for like 3 days and then be like completely out of Advil because I'm going to be so sore.
But you know, like this is, I also wanted to create a show where, especially for our gay community, is something that is of a high standard. You know, it's something that you can come to and you can like literally like just look at these gorgeous bodies and these men and their physiques and their talent, and you can really appreciate it, and you can really kind of like look at that and go, yeah, like I'm so proud that we have this in our community. I'm so proud that we get to, you know, come to see a show that we're not kind of like sitting in the back being the only gay people in the audience and there's like a little bit of a gay moment and you're kind of like, you know, waiting for that 2 seconds. Like this is a show where you get to come in, feel free, celebrate freedom, love, and you know, and our sexuality in a very safe space, and you know, just like admire these men that are, you know, working hard to put on a gorgeous show for you.
Well, I'll tell you, I've had a great time, and just getting to have you to myself here for a few minutes. We're going to do this again on Wednesday, maybe after the show. Get a little so we can talk a little bit about the night and the rest of the run. But Lockie, thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Thank you. It's been so great chatting with you, and I mean I really am so excited for everyone to see the show. Where we're including, you know, we're kind of like really amping it up for you guys. The space is amazing. We've heard great things about the audience and what you guys can bring, so we can't wait.
All right. It is at Hunter's Nightclub, 7 p.m. this Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. You got to take a day off. You've got to rest yourself, right? Or a night off and rest yourself in Wilton.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to go and see the beaches and get on the water. Maybe there's a boat that we can get on. I don't know. Like, let's go, Wilton Manors.
You'll have to let me know how it compares to Bondi Beach.
I will. I will.
All right. I will see you this Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.